So today I'm going to take you through a full body mobility routine that's not only going to help you move better, but feel better. It's simple, it's efficient, it doesn't take much time, and it really gives you a great return on investment. This is something I prescribe to my patients at Recoup Health and Performance all the time, so I hope you enjoy it. Remember, before you start any new strength or mobility routine, it's always a good idea to consult with your healthcare provider to make sure that it's good for you. When we're doing these movements, we are often going to be focusing on keeping some areas stable while we're moving through other areas. So we want to create a little bit of tension through some spots. Another important thing to remember is that pain versus stiffness, when we're thinking of pain is not normal. That's not something that we necessarily want to push through. Stiffness, on the other hand, is something that's going to show up quite a bit in this routine, and it's a good thing. Stiffness is your body's way of communicating that it needs to move, and that's what we're going to give it. So as you do this program more and more consistently, you're going to notice that those stiff areas become less and less, and you're going to notice that your mobility goes up. So if something feels painful, we're going to avoid it, or we're going to work around it. If something feels stiff, we're going to work into it, into a point where it starts to feel like it's improving. Sound good? Okay, let's get started. Okay, so for our first movement, we're going to get our body ready by standing shoulder width apart with our feet, grounding into the ground. We're going to start by taking our neck through a full, complete circle. We're going to tuck our chin all the way down to our chest. When we run out of room here, we're going to trace a line with our chin over our left collarbone till we're looking over our left shoulder. We're going to keep that same movement up as we reach the chin up to the ceiling, and then we're going to reverse and carve a slightly bigger circle on the way back down. We're then going to repeat that over on the right side by tucking down, turning over to the right, chin up to the ceiling. The rest of the body is still, and we're only moving through the neck. We're going to do 5 to 6 reps on each side. For our second movement, we're going to move through our shoulder blades. We're going to start by pulling those shoulders up towards our ears, drawing them back as far as we can, dropping them as close to the floor as we can, and then bringing them forward. Think of this as 4 corners of a box. As we slowly start to expand that movement, we're going to imagine like we're squaring off those edges and turning it into a nice smooth circle. We want to be very careful to make sure that we're not moving through the neck or the rest of the body. We're going to slowly kind of create those big waves. We're going to start by going front to back, and then we're going to reverse, and we're going to go back to front. We're going to do 8 to 10 reps in each direction, or about 30 seconds in each way. Next, we're going to do the ball and socket joint of our shoulder. We're going to start with our pinky reaching across the midline, chest facing forward. From here, as I lift my hand up, I'm going to slowly let my arm, my hand, my wrist, and my elbow all rotate backwards as it reaches behind me into full extension. As I extend my arm back, my elbow should be straight, my fingers should be reaching to the wall behind me, and my palm should be facing up. Next, I'm going to bend my elbow, tap up my back as high as I can. Keeping those ribs down, I'm going to straighten back out again and swing and swan dive that arm back up overhead and across my body. I can do that one arm at a time, or I can combine both arms reaching across, creating a little space for my head to make its way through my biceps, and then swan dive the arms all the way back, bending the elbows, tapping up the back, straightening back out again, and reaching all the way back up, changing that cross as I move forward and back. So we're going to do 5 to 6 reps in each direction. So we're going to move down into our feet now. We're going to root down through our right leg, standing strong through that right foot. Bring our left leg up to 90 degrees. From here, we're going to turn our left toe into a paintbrush. We're going to draw the biggest, widest circles that we can, keeping everything else nice and still. We're going to really slow this down and focus on control, going through any of those choppy, kind of ratchety spots. We're going to reverse and we're going to go the opposite direction. We're going to go for 5 or 6 reps in each direction, slow and steady. Once we're done, we're going to switch over to the other side, being balanced in our left foot, bring our right leg up to 90 degrees, and then slowly work into that nice circular motion, clockwise and counterclockwise. Once we're done, we'll lower back down and we'll move on to the rest of the body. So next, we're gonna bend the knee up to 90 degrees, rooting down through that right leg. We're gonna take the heel and we're gonna turn it out and bring the toe in. Next, we're gonna close the knee down and flex it as much as we can in this direction. Now, this is where the tricky part comes in. We're gonna try and keep this leg up to 90 degrees as we straighten that leg out as much as we can. This is gonna be challenging at first, and you might actually need to lower that leg, and as your mobility improves, you can lift it up more. The next part is we're gonna rotate the heel in and the toe out, and then we're gonna bend and we're gonna close again. So this is a good opportunity for you to work on your balance. If it feels kind of challenging at first, you can use something to hold on to with your other hand, but this is also a great opportunity to blend some of that balance training in here too. We're gonna close that knee as much as we can, straighten it back out again, rotate in through the knee, and close. We're going through full flexion and extension, and we're gonna do 5 reps in each direction. Once we're done, we'll drop down, root down to our left leg, bring our right leg up, and the exact same thing. We're gonna close, flex the knee completely, external rotation in our knee, straighten that leg out, rotate in as much as we can, bend, and full flexion. Again, we're gonna do 5 to 6 reps per side. Next, we're gonna start moving through our hips. Rooting down strong through our right leg, we're gonna bring our left leg across the body and try and bring our left heel over to the right wall as far as we can. We're adducting our leg. As we lift up and start to bring it over to the side, we're gonna go into internal rotation in our hip as we flex it. We're gonna slowly, as we keep this right leg as straight as we can, work to internally rotate our left side as we bring that leg behind our body, extend the hip behind us, pause for just a second, and then high step that leg back up and over, create a little bigger arc on the way back, cross the midline, and touch back down. You can alternate sides, or you could do 5 reps or 6 reps on each side, move over to the other side again. Well, again, on the left side, stable over here, right leg lifts. We bring that leg up and over, high step over to the right, and then bring it all the way back the way we came. A little bit higher each time. This one, you're really gonna feel a lot of activity in the outer side of the right hip. That means you're doing it right. Moving into our thoracic and lumbar spine, we're gonna take a kneeling position for this one. We're gonna open our hips up by taking our front leg and bring it out to 45 degrees, squaring our hips up with the wall in front of us. I don't want my hip to be too far down or too high. I want everything to be right in the middle. Next, I'm gonna take my right hand, bring it over my left shoulder, take my left hand, bring it over my right shoulder. What I'm doing is I'm creating a little arrow with both of my elbows pointing forward. I'm gonna start by taking a breath in, and as I exhale, bring that arrow to point down to the floor. I'm gonna now slowly trace a big line over to the left side as far as I can go. As I start to move more to the left, I'm gonna let my elbows rise to the ceiling, bring them all the way up to the roof as I go into full extension. And then as I arc over to the right side, slowly let those elbows work their way down to my right pocket. Once I get to a fully flexed position, I'm gonna take a breath in. And as I exhale, rotate to the right, bring those elbows to the right side of the room, all the way up to the ceiling, and then over to the left side, lowering back down into my left pocket. From here, I can take a break, switch over to my other side, and repeat the whole process. You can also change the pattern of your arms so that your right is over your left and your left is over to your right. We're gonna tuck down. From here, we're gonna rotate over to the right as far as we can. Let those elbows continuously reach to the right as they come up, all the way over to the left side, and then slowly work their way down to the floor, and then reverse all the way back to the right, and down. Making sure to breathe as we move through this one. This one, we definitely can feel a few stiff spots, but it feels fantastic after you're done. So for our last movement, we're gonna get onto our hands and knees. We're gonna bring our hands directly under our elbows, which are directly under our shoulders, and our knees are gonna be directly under our hips. We're gonna be in a perfect tabletop position. And then from here, we're just gonna get a feel for flexing and extending the back. So we're gonna round, and we're gonna extend. We're gonna extend through our neck, through our middle back, through our lower back, through our hips. Everything kind of works together. And once we've done a couple reps like this, we're gonna come back to neutral, and we're gonna think about segmentally moving through each part of our spine. We're gonna drop into extension through our lower backs and hip. We're gonna work through our middle back, through our upper back, and then finally through our neck. Once we're in full extension, we're gonna move almost like someone was undoing a zipper. We're gonna tuck our chin to our chest, around through our upper back, through our middle back, our lower back, and finally our hips. And we're just gonna rehearse this back and forth, going from flexion into extension, segmental movement, slow and steady. This at first can feel a little odd, but once you start to get the feel for it, you can start to feel each vertebra moving independently. And again, we're gonna do 5 to 6 reps in each direction just to get started, but really you can spend as much time here as you'd like.